Hi, everyone. Tom Bialik with the Hobart Chamber of Commerce coming to you one more time. We're on the road again. Today we're in Maryville, Indiana at the headquarters of ROCKaBLOCK. And today I'm joined by Rockland Page of ROCKaBLOCK. Rockland, thanks so much for having us in.
Thanks for coming in.
Now, Rockland, as far as the local entrepreneurial scene, you are like the number one hit. You're a rising star, hottest item on the menu. Talk a little bit about ROCKaBLOCK.
Oh, well, ROCKaBLOCK has just been something that started out as a hobby for me. I started out in the basement of my house in November 2017, just making T-shirts via heat transfers and just doing custom orders one at a time. And over the years, my business just steadily grew as I started doing pop-up shops and selling a few shirts in some stores within Chicago and the Chicagoland area. And then when the pandemic hit, that's when I decided to really elevate my business and start doing larger format printing, such as screen printing services, graphic design services. And then around June or July of last year, I was featured on ABC 7 Chicago Morning News, and that just really put my business on a whole nother level. And from there, I decided that if I really want ROCKaBLOCK to grow and get bigger than the confines of my basement, I needed to expand. And so that's when I found the property that I'm at now on 78th and Broadway in Maryville, and opened up the ROCKaBLOCK shop, where people can actually come in and purchase shirts, place orders, or just hang out.
That's awesome. You know what? Let's take it back just a couple of years. Like most entrepreneurs, I'm sure you had a life before your current life. What did you do, and what led you here?
Okay, well, I am formally trained as a graphic designer. So I've been in the Chicago area for about 20 years, and my first job was at Johnson Publishing, which was the home of Ebony and Jet magazines. And from there, it was a great opportunity, but it felt very limiting as far as being creative and doing my own thing. From there, I went to the Chicago Tribune. I was there for 7 years, and I was art director for the dining magazine, dining sections, entertainment sections, and a teen-focused publication. I was art director for that. But as a lot of people know, the newspaper industry suffered a lot, and there were constant threats of layoffs, no raises, and just general stress. So I actually took a job at an engineering firm for the last 6 years, and I was just a graphic designer in their creative services department. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't creative at all. It was just very run-of-the-mill PowerPoint presentations, org charts, proposal covers, things that just really didn't feed my soul. Mm-hmm. And so I just knew one day if I didn't do something, I was going to wake up an old man and wish I had done something for myself. So I bought the equipment to make T-shirts, and in November 2017, I launched ROCKaBLOCK.com.
Now, talk a little bit about the last couple of years, and I know you've been involved in a couple of entrepreneurial competitions. What has really propelled you over the last couple of years?
I'll say definitely doing events, just pop-up shops, going to different festivals, and people seeing my shirts, and some of them would say, hey, I bought this shirt, or I saw a friend wearing that shirt, and I wanted it too. Definitely connecting my face with my brand. And then, getting involved with the P&W Big Sale, which happened earlier this year. I was awarded $10,000 for pitching a augmented reality T-shirt, which helped me put money back into my business that I desperately needed. It gave me some credibility within the business community here in Northwest Indiana, and again, being featured on TV and radio and podcast and all sorts of things that really just kind of put me in the limelight. And I never thought it'd be anything like this. I just wanted to make T-shirts. I wanted to be creative. And here I am, giving lectures and talks and being featured on TV.
That's awesome. Now that $10,000, that was the first prize of the Big Sale, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah. So I was awarded first prize. There were 12 contestants, and I was like one of the second ones to go up. And I didn't think I did that great of a job. I thought everyone else seemed better prepared, more into it, and so I had to sit there for about 4 hours just waiting. Mm-hmm. And then when they called my name as the winner, I was awestruck. I still can't believe it.
Now, let's say 10 years ago, did you ever imagine yourself in the position that you are today?
Yes and no. I always wanted to be in business for myself. I just didn't know how. I thought it was beyond me. I thought that was something that other people who had better connections or more money mm-hmm. could do. But then I just started looking at, people like Jeff Bezos. He started Amazon, I believe, in his garage. Apple started in a garage. A lot of these big businesses started at home. And the biggest thing you have to do is just take your first step. And that's what I did. And I don't regret one part of it.
That's awesome. Now you have a beautiful facility here. Talk a little bit about your space here in Maryville.
Well, I'm in the very back of Liberty Square Plaza on 78th and Broadway. And it was a very modest space at first. It was actually a dump beforehand. There was like, no electricity, no plumbing, no fixtures, no anything. It was just a cement shell. But when I first came here and saw the place, I said, this is the home of ROCKaBLOCK. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So when you come in here, the first thing you're going to see is just a display of t-shirts, hoodies, pins, all sorts of apparel and accessories. And I made every single piece myself here. I have a place where I can meet with clients, just my big purple couch. People love to come and sit on it. Right here behind me is my office. It's an open air office and stage for when we have performances here. And in the back, I produce all the shirts. And I always want to make a place that I always want to be. You see these great workplaces such as Google and Apple and these high concept workspaces. Mm-hmm. I wanted to create a smaller version of that for myself here.
I understand you may have some plans for expansion possibly.
Yes, I'm working on expanding now. Of course, everything takes money, so I'm trying to make sure it makes financial sense for me to do so. But I would essentially love to double the space of store, quadruple my capacity to produce shirts and other goods, and just really make a space for when I decide to hire employees, whether it's full-time or part-time. And again, just make this a place that can better serve the community here.
Well, remind me to fill out an application before I go, because I got a feeling that you're going to be the person to work for here very soon.
Well, I hope so.
Now, Rockland, if someone wants to know more about ROCKaBLOCK, how would they get a hold of you?
You can email me at info@rockablock.com, or if you just want to look at our catalog of shirts and accessories, you can go to rockablock.com. That's ROCKABLOCK.com.
If you'd like to hear more from Rockland Page, Rockland will be appearing at our Elevate Your Business, Small Business and Entrepreneurial Expo held in Maryville on November 17th. For more information about that, please go to hobartchamber.com. Rockland, thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Once again, I'm Tom Bialik with the Hobart Chamber of Commerce. We've been on the road, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.